This is the man that stole the Mona Lisa, Vincenzo Peruggia. He was born in Dumenza, Italy in 1881. In 1908, he moved to France and for a brief period worked in the Louvre, reframing paintings and cleaning them as well. On August 21st, 1911, Vincenzo walked through the employee door wearing a white smock. White smocks were overgarments worn by back-of-house staff when cleaning paintings. He waited for the coast to be clear, removed the Mona Lisa from the pegs that were supporting it on the wall, removed it from its frame, and walked out of the museum. The Mona Lisa wasn't that famous of a painting at the time, so its theft wasn't noticed. It only came to the museum staff's attention that the painting was missing when an artist, Louis Beru, wanted to do a study of the Mona Lisa and noticed that its spot was empty. It was initially believed that the painting was taken to be photographed, but when the realization set in that it was stolen, the police were called and an investigation was begun. There were a few initial suspects, most famous of which Pablo Picasso. Yes, that Pablo Picasso. He was suspected because he had bought and previously stolen artwork in the past. During the investigation, both prior and past employees were questioned. Peruggia was questioned twice, but the investigators seemed to believe his story. He kept the Mona Lisa in a trunk for 2 years until 1913. That year, Vincenzo saw an advert in a newspaper, so he booked a train ride back home and contacted an art dealer in Florence. He contacted the Florentine art dealer under the alias Leonardo Vincenzo. That art gallery owner then contacted the then director of the Uffizi to authenticate the painting. After then authenticating the painting, the gallery owner and the director of the Uffizi seemed to be on board, and Vincenzo left. After which they called the police. The stolen masterpiece was now found and the papers went crazy. Vincenzo was put on trial and he said that his motivations for stealing the painting were patriotic. His justification being that Napoleon stole a lot of artwork hundreds of years earlier from all across Europe and he thought that the Da Vinci piece should be brought home. That's totally false in regard to the Mona Lisa because Da Vinci took it with him to France. His patriotic narrative isn't entirely genuine because there's letters that he wrote to his family talking about the big payday he was about to receive. The public at the time ate up the patriotic narrative and he was only sentenced to a year and 15 days, of which he only served 7 months. After an appeal and pleading insanity, he went on to serve in the Italian military during World War I and was captured as a prisoner of war where he was held for 2 years until the end of the war. After the war, he went on to marry a woman named Annunciata Rossi and they had a daughter together. They later moved back to Paris. He had a heart attack and died on his 44th birthday on October 8th, 1925. The reporting and sensationalization of her theft and recovery and the subsequent tours she took around Italy and across the world led to her being a household name.